The front elevation of our house's foundation was looking real rough. Let me show you how I fixed it. Hi everyone, it's Melissa from Welcome to the Woods. To get started, I'm going to be patching the cracks in the foundation using this Presto Patch product that I got at the hardware store. I am mixing the ratio of 1 part water, 3 parts Presto Patch, as described on the carton of this product. And I just took it slow until I got it the consistency of like a little bit thicker peanut butter. It's important the area you're patching is free of debris, but my foundation was slightly crumbling, so I took a rough bristle brush and ran it across to get all the loose rock off of the foundation. Then I'm using my trowel to basically frost the cracks with the Presto Patch, smoothing it over as best I can. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect because you are able to sand this, and I would recommend sanding with a low grit sandpaper, like an 80 grit sandpaper here, and you do it when it's wet so it doesn't make a huge mess. I wrapped my sandpaper around a 2x4 just to make it easier to handle. This method of patching your foundation works best when you're going to be painting it afterwards because it helps the patch blend in with the rest of the existing foundation. So that's what I'm doing. I am currently putting on a primer, and then I'm going to be coming across with this awesome black paint from Behr. This is a paint that I've used on so many of my projects for its extreme durability. It's an enamel interior-exterior paint. I've used it on my stairwell. You've also seen me use it recently on my geometric floor design, and I would definitely recommend it. You can buy it through Home Depot, and the link is in the description on this video. Now, to cover the chipping paint areas on the old wood face, I'm going to be cutting these plywood pieces and staining them to be a beautiful golden pecan finish. So I didn't want to redo the current paint job because the wood on our front elevation was all disjointed, and I really wanted a wood look that would pull in some of that planked wood ceiling I did on the porch, as well as my recent house number sign. To give these plywood pieces a little more durability, I am spraying them with a matte exterior sealant, and then I'm going to be adhering them onto the front face of that floor joist, basically. So instead of trying to repaint, I'm just throwing this up as kind of a new face. Now I know that thin plywood like this probably won't last me a super long time, but I already had these pieces left over from the clubhouse makeover and everything else I've been doing on the porch, so I figured, why not? And I absolutely love the warmth and style that they bring. I love that pulled in wood color. So you can see here I'm just using my brad nailer to secure this, super easy, but the plywood doesn't come up to the lip of the porch floor very nicely, so I'm going to be adding a bit of a metal flashing as well. If you guys like what I've shared so far and you're inspired by my DIY home improvement videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel or follow my page, Welcome to the Woods. I would love to see you back here so you can keep up on my porch makeover. The next thing to do is to finally build that bed swing. So on the seams of this plywood face, I had to fill in with wood putty, sand, and then stain and seal again. This just makes it look very seamless and all blend in nicely. Now the flashing that I'm going to be adding to the top of this plywood face is to protect the back and the edge of the plywood from getting moisture damage or water behind it. I started out by painting the metal flashing that same black paint I've been using. It works on concrete, wood, metal, so many different surfaces. So I painted that with 2 coats, and then when it was done, I used an angle grinder and an oscillating multi-tool with a metal blade attachment, kind of combination, to cut this metal piece notches out where I was going to have the posts for the porch come up. So I want this to fit in perfectly around those big 4x4 posts. Let me show you what I mean here with this clip. I'm putting on that heavy duty construction adhesive again, and I'm going to be using my brad nailer again to install this, but can you see where I notched out a spot for the post, and then I also notched out edges so that this flashing fits perfectly against the top of my plywood face. I love the seamless transition with my geometric floor design and how that top cap really cleans it up. I also love how the plywood and the black cap and the black foundation really match with the style of our house number sign I did a month ago. It's crazy to think back where we started and how a little time and attention can really improve the look of your foundation. I hope this helped, and if you were inspired, don't forget to share. We'll catch you next time on Welcome to the Woods.